Okay, class, hello again. I'm Hipólito Reyes and I'm in San Luis. My persuasive speech is going to be dealing with why some people go ahead and follow bands or artists, why they're fanatics and why they're attracted to them. One of the reasons is that the attraction, a lot of times, it just deals with the music. A lot of people like the beat or the sound of a particular band. You know, every band's got a distinctive sound, and that attracts them to them. Sometimes the attraction is the lifestyle, the way they live. You know, it's where a lot of people, everybody would like to be a rock star. You know, and it's very glamorous. Everybody knows you, and you get to stand up in front of people and sing, and everybody just wishes they were you. Okay? Also, a lot of times the music and the band will sometimes have a message, and it'll reach some people because something happened in their lives and it touches them and they feel connected to the band. And so because they feel that connection, for them, a lot of times it's like everything they talk about is the band and what they're doing, and they feel they understand them, And for even some people, they feel that sometimes the band understands them. Like the band knows what they're thinking. Even though sometimes they feel alone, the band is what gets them through stuff. And an example would be this lady, and she actually follows this rock star. His name is Rick Springfield. But she heard him when she was a little girl, like about 7 or 8, and she had an illness, and she really had problems walking. So doctors told her, hey, we're going to operate, and you're going to be fine. In 18 months, you're going to be walking. Well, it didn't work out, and she was in bed for about almost 2 to 3 years. And so when she was on the bed, not having a life like all the other kids, she would always listen to this tape from Rick Springfield, and there was something about that song, and it let her, express herself and feel emotions. So now as an adult in her 40s, and Rick Springfield's in his 60s, she goes to concerts. She lives in California, and she'll go all the way to Massachusetts. Wherever he's at, she goes to a yearly tour that they do on a ship on the Caribbean. The friends of Rick Springfield, and they do a Caribbean cruise for 4 nights, and she's there, and Rick Springfield knows her because she wrote a letter about what she went through in life, and he felt a connection between her, and she just loved that he was able to help her out. So they're kind of like friends. So a lot of these people have a connection with them, and I think that's the strongest thing. It's the bond that the fan has with the artist, but a lot of times the artist too meets the fan, and the reason they know the fan is important because they'll do many things, especially for these big fans. They know that they're there every show. They say hi to them on the floor. Hey, I got a good friend of mine here. He's a guest, or even one time, again, Rick Springfield. Not that I'm a fan, but there's this little boy that his parents used to take him to the concert, and then the parents got divorced, and it was just him and his dad, and the dad would take him to the concerts, and he would come on stage, and he'd say, hey, there's a good friend of mine, I know him for 3 years now, and he'd give him, hey, say this, and he'd say it, and then he's been going every so often, and he knows him, and now the last time he brought him up, he was 15 years old, and he says, I know this guy since this big, and that's from just the concerts, and then sometimes he'll go to his house, and the kid got a chance to play because he plays in a band, so he actually played with Rick Springfield in a concert. So there's a connection between all of them. For some of them, the attraction is so strong. These people will travel hundreds of miles, and they'll take on, I guess, in a way, a lifestyle that sometimes emulates the lifestyle that the artist represents. There's an artist by the name of Jimmy Buffett, and he plays like country, Caribbean, and all these songs are about taking it easy and having fun, and because it's tropical, all the fans from him, for Jimmy Buffett, call themselves parrotheads. And there's newsletters, and there's clubs, and Skype has something that's set up where the fans and even the artists can talk. So the media has a lot to do with it, websites. we keep this connection going. There's special subsidies or benefits for the club member where they get to buy tickets early, So, basically, for most of the people, I mean, there's some people that are really, really fanatic and all they do is travel after the band, but for the majority, most people just like the music. Everybody has a favorite band, and the music's gotta be a big part of it. And there's a message for everyone. And one of the things I discovered is the attraction is not just for the fan, but also for the artist. So I don't know. People say that an artist is someone that wants attention, but never had it, and that's why they get out there. And when you get that attention, they want it. And it's hard to lose something like that. But thank you very much. I think I went over, and I had my brother come in, his wife, their baby, my wife, a young adult from the neighborhood, Alan, my son, and they were my audience, and we put up with this story. Thank you very much. Thank you.